No mai, haere mai, ki whakatū. A very good Sunday evening to you all, and welcome to the Trafalgar Centre, where the Giants faithful will see, for the very first time, the Whai take the court in Nelson. Hugh Bandon here alongside Nelson Giants and Tall Black's great Phil Jones. And Phil, well, we start with the Sky Broadband Rapid League, where the Giants lead the pack, but only just.
Yeah, they're pretty closely contested with Hawke's Bay, who the Giants actually haven't played yet this season. So be a little while yet to see whether they can hang on to their first place and come up against Hawke's Bay. We'll see here, both teams 7-2 after playing 9 games each. Wellington State's come up with a pretty good win earlier this afternoon. So it's a pretty tight battle and a bit of money up for grabs, I understand, which all the teams will be pretty keen to get their hands on.
Well, 2 keys, yeah. There is some prize money for the leader at the end of the Sky Broadband Rapid League ladder, and also those points for and against carry over to the NZNBL ladder. So it's pretty important. Every basket counts here in 2024 as we see the starting 5.
Very good.
Thank you. Jet Thompson, Masters, Te Tuhi Lewis, who has been a revelation for the newest team in the league, Jaden Boucher and Kata Hopoi, couple of sons of fathers that you would have played against in your time, Phil, for the fight.
Yeah, a couple of guys, and Dave Hopoi and obviously Dylan Boucher. Those guys having a pretty good season, I have to say.
And for the MBS Nelson Giants, James Matthew, Hayden Jones, Sam Dempster, Aston Inwood and Ernie Kerr will start in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. I actually think there may have been a late change with Sam Dempster, who doesn't look like he's going to be starting this game, and Tom Ingham is suited up, so maybe Sam Dempster will be coming off the bench as we see the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, Phil. And Hayden Jones, your son, of course, among the top scorers in the competition and near the top of the MVP ladder so far as well.
Yeah, he's having a good year and playing well in the Rapid League. Te Tuhi Lewis is an exciting guy, you know, somebody to watch for the Whai, but something that's really noticeable there is the amount of points that the Giants are putting on the board with, you know, averaging 40.1 points a game, which is pretty high for a 16-minute game, and shooting at a really good clip at 50% as well. So it's going to be a battle. I think the Whai will come in here and be super competitive, so Giants will have to play well to get a win.
Mikey Graham, Corey Hogg, and up-and-coming local ref Taylor Lynch holding the whistles for the Rapid League game. As we see the Whai resplendent in pink. One of the great Rapid uniforms. Actually, 2 of the great Rapid uniforms in the league, I'd suggest we're seeing before us today, Phil.
Yeah, it's a very vibrant pink, isn't it? It stands out. And the Giants, lovely blue. Just talking about the Boucher and Hopoi combination out there. You know, Jaden Boucher reminds me of his dad a lot, Dylan. He plays the same way. He's tough on defense, a real competitor, gets after it, reads the game really well. And Kata Hopoi is a human highlight reel. If he gets some clear air in front of him, watch out. Don't be standing under the rim.
Was the old man similar?
Yeah, Dave was a good athlete. Yep, tough. And those both the dads played together. I think majority of the time they played for Waikato Pistons, I think, back in the day.
We're underway with the Sky Broadband Rapid League, and the Giants control the tip, and here's James Matthews. Hayden Jones off the screen. Te Tuhi Lewis off him. He's played great since finishing school at Te Aroha College, isn't it? Davidson, formerly of Nelson College, getting the first basket to go on this Sunday evening at the Trafalgar Centre.
Yeah, nice possession by the Giants, just getting the ball through a lot of hands. And, Nick Davison, tough finish.
Giants lost their last Rapid League game, going down in heartbreaking fashion to a Dane Samuel buzzer beater. Dane showing that touch of old since coming back into the league. Here's Davidson finding Jones. Thought about the 3 and said, fires it back to Davidson, looking to go at Jet Thompson. 12 on the shot clock as Hayden Jones surveys his options. Davidson for 3, gets it to go. Nick Davidson with the first 5 points of this game.
And the Giants love that little switch action, and then they just look to penetrate and then pitch to the shooters, and Nick Davidson knocks down another 3-ball.
See Nick Davidson's parents sitting at the plushest seats in the house on the MBS table. Halfway at the Trafalgar Centre and enjoying the start of this game. Ernie Kerr with a hand in the passing lane. Hopoi comes up with it. Here's Jet Thompson. Getting the contact, can't get the finish. Aston Inwood climbs high and gets the rebound. Inwood back to Davidson. Kerr coming to set the screen. Hard show from Hopoi. Offensive foul.
We hear one of the crowd behind us giving it to Taylor Lynch. So it was a big flop. Pretty good defense from Tui Lewis there. Ernie Kerr's a strong man.
Here's Jet Thompson getting a run on Davidson. Fires a bullet over to the corner. Hopoi for three. Doesn't go. Davidson with the rebound. Here's Inwood. Fakes the handoff. Gets himself in the post. Turn around with the left. Aston Inwood. Beautiful move. Hopoi gets a step on Kerr and then earns a foul.
Ernie Kerr picking up his second foul pretty quick here on the first couple of minutes of the Rapid League game. See Tom Ingham stepping in for Hayden Jones. See a replay here. Ernie Kerr just a little bit aggressive with the body, picking up his second foul. Somebody yelling up for pizza already. I think he's a little bit early.
Early first free throws of the game. So you see the brain trust for the Fire, having a laugh at it too. Great to see Matt Lacey in town. Getting an opportunity at NBL level after a stellar career coaching Rosemary College. Giants have to get it in. Great pressure from Jaden Boucher. And a turnover forced.
I was having horrible flashbacks right there. Memories of Dylan Boucher chasing me along the baseline.
So 5 possession. Hopoi almost gave it straight back. Boucher just doesn't control it. Ernie Kerr, the two-handed heave up the court to Aston Inwood, who gets a foul. And Inwood will go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2. Jet Thompson, the culprit. A bit of chaos here at the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
Yeah, bodies on the floor and tough layups, hard fouls. You see here, Ernie Kerr, the soccer throw in down the court to Aston Inwood and just misses it. Oh. Nick Davison gets one from in the chops from Masters.
Zion Anderson and Maildo Greensill check into the game for the fight. Inwood makes them both from the line. Here is Zion Anderson. Nice pick and roll there. Matthews, I should say, with the good defense. Greensill skipping down the lane. Rebounded by Inwood. Throws it straight to Anderson, who steps out of bounds.
And Inwood's having a really good impact on this game. Disruptive on defense. Coming up with a bunch of rebounds.
Here he is, bringing the ball up. Former Wellington Saint. While studying at Victoria University, James Matthews' 3 ball doesn't go. Will be Giants' possession, deemed to go out off the hand of Kata Hopoi.
Ernie Kerr doing a good job there of just crashing the O-boards. Getting an extra possession for the Giants.
Matthews curling into the inbound pass. There's Davidson. Slings it over to Tom Ingham. Gets to his preferred spot on the floor, the elbow, and he drains his first shot of the night.
And Tom Ingham doesn't miss too many from there. Gets himself onto that elbow as much as he can, and he's pretty efficient from that spot.
Anderson, quick first step, good help defense from Davidson. Here's Jet Thompson. Oh, Anderson stuck with it, a nice finish. Nicely worked from those 2 youngsters playing for the Fire.
Yeah, Jet Thompson, really nice find.
Davidson gets a step on him. Foul called on Te Tuhurangi Lewis. And Nick Davidson will go to the line to shoot 2 as Sander Masters checks back into the game for Lewis.
Nick Davidson's a tough guy to pressure. You know, you get it, he's quick and he get the ball and he can take off with it, and just see there, Lewis just catching a bit of Davidson's arm as he shoots it. Davison knocks them both down. The Giants got a handy lead here to start the game, 13-4.
Coaching staff are very happy with the defense. It's been the mantra the last few weeks for the Nelson Giants. Thompson spinning on Kerr, everything but the finish. Another rebound for Aston Inwood, another long ball around the back from Ingham. A little off target.
Tom Ingham going deep into his bag there to try and come up with a highlight. May have caught a right butt cheek as it just bounced off it and went out of bounds.
Cheeky glance on the way out. As Thompson brings it up, screen at half court from Hopoi. It was well avoided by Davidson. Masters putting his head down, turnaround jumper that's off and then off the hand of Tom Ingham. So 5 possession from the baseline, 6.4 to go on the shot clock. Not much to go on the game clock. This will be the last possession of the first quarter here. Catch and shoot opportunity for Masters, who leaves it short. That'll do us for the first quarter of the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. On this fine Sunday afternoon in Nelson, 13-4. Healthy lead for the Giants. Top scoring team in the Sky Broadband Rapid League up against the 10th, or I should say the second lowest scoring team in the fight. And we had a chat with John Miller, the owner of the Five, Phil, just shortly before tip-off, and he's on a learning trip, a research trip around the league, as watches his team play on the road, and says it's been a really good learning experience this first season for the Five in both Rapid League and the NBL.
Yeah, he mentioned obviously the Five played down in Canterbury against the Rams a couple of nights ago and enjoyed his time down there and what the Rams are doing with their club, and obviously NBL champions last year, so a lot to learn from them. And I've liked what I've seen from the Fire so far this year. They've got a young group, a couple of guys that I think they could really build a team around. And this is a good learning curve, some experience for them for future years. And now the key for them will be trying to hold on to those guys for as long as they can.
I'll tell you what I'd like to hold on to: a large 5 Boroughs pizza from our friends at Sal's. $25 if you lose the online code Sal's Slam Dunk. Still early in the evening for a Sal's pizza, so plenty of time to get ordering using sals.co.nz. Sal's Slam Dunk the code, and $5 starter offer from Sky Broadband, principal partners of the Rapid League. As we're back underway, 13-4, the Giants lead the fight. Tutuhi Lewis curling off an off-ball screen, rising in the lane and finishing over the outstretched hand of Ernie Kerr.
Talented scorer, Tutuhi Lewis. You don't want to get him going, get his confidence up, because he can score from all over the court.
I spent a fair bit of time commentating Tutuhi Lewis at school, Phil. Obviously don't get too many school games commentators. James Matthews with a nice move. Tutuhi Lewis was at Tauranga Whai College, hence his link to the Five with Alex Stojkovic, director of basketball, was his school coach. And it was during the lockdown years, and just when things were coming out and people were looking for sport to watch, I got sent down to Te Aroha when I was up in Auckland and a few times, and got to know Tutuhi pretty well and saw him play. He's an impressive young man.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching him. I like watching all shooters, but he's had a pretty good year for the Fire.
Ernie Kerr looking for someone to pass to, finds James Matthews. Greensill on him, and Greensill commits the foul. Basket won't count.
I think probably one of the biggest scalps the Five had so far this season is the Nuggets. And Lewis was a very big contributor in that game with, I'm pretty sure he had well over 15, 16, 17 points or something in that game. Knocked down a bunch of threes.
It's an interesting game to talk about, given the Giants in the Nuggets previous game. The Nuggets beat the Giants and then went up and lost to the Fight on the road. So will that tell us anything we're going to see tonight? We'll find out as Hayden Jones spins over Boucher. Jones against Boucher. That's a fun matchup from York.
Many of those calls, I'm sure, commentators have made.
A few less elbows in that matchup I just saw.
It's early days, Hugh, early days.
Here's Lewis going to run up, finding Hopoi in the corner. He's going to lead that short. It's Carter Hopoi. Who's come up with that? Jaden Boucher has. I think they have a foul call here, and it's on James Matthews.
I'll definitely say I've caught a few elbows from Dylan. back in the day.
And would he say
No, probably
similar?
not. I don't think so.
Even I've caught some elbows from Dylan Boucher playing the very limited club ball I played against him. Oh, great hands there from Xander Masters to keep that in bounds as Thompson goes around the Boucher screen, puts up the 3-ball right out in front. Rebound, Dempster. First time tonight, it won't be the only time tonight. Here is the Giants captain, looking for the handoff. Here's Jones in the low block, spinning, going to work. Two number 13s, great finds. Jones finds Matthews, who leaves it short. Gets a good hand though. Boucher flicks it onto Thompson. Ingham ahead of him. Sam Dempster thought he had a clean steal. Mikey Graham disagrees.
Oh, he still thinks he had a clean steal. Sammy D just showing his disgust in that call. He's still not happy.
5 possession from the baseline. Jet Thompson to inbound. Hopboy fires it back to Boucher. Ingham doing well to deny Masters as Thompson puts up the floater. Doesn't get it to go, but there's a foul called.
A little touch foul, I think, on James Matthews as Thompson went into his runner. There's some young fellas out on the floor tonight. And then there's Sammy D out there with the young lads.
Tom Ingham north of 30 as well.
Oh yeah, Tommy's there too.
But otherwise, there's a very young crew out there, which is great to see.
Jet Thompson with the
I think that's one of the great things about the Rapid League is it's giving these young guys an opportunity to play some decent minutes out on the floor. You know, seeing a good crowd starting to build here in Trafalgar Centre tonight, and great for these guys to play in front of them.
More pressure on the inbound from the fight, and here comes James Matthews. Just under 1:30 to go in this first half. Dempster driving at Boucher, looking for the friendly touch. He gets it. Sam Dempster. Boucher coming the other way. Finds Masters. Hopboy turns the corner and finishes. Two-handed jam. Cutter Hopboy.
Really nice play there by the Fire. Thompson, a little rub screen. Hayden Jones just wasn't switched on enough to switch early, and luckily he didn't, otherwise it might have been a poster.
There's Jones the other way. Bounce past to Dempster. Kerr coming to set the screen. Hard show from Hopboy. Dempster thought about the three, instead puts it on the floor again, going to work on Boucher with the right hand. Sammy D. I think I saw, in fact I know, I heard Brooke Rusco last week, I think it was. There's a nice finish there from Tutuhi Lewis. So Sam Dempster, the first bald man to play Rapid League, making history. Yeah. I think he is. Is Jet Thompson a little too handsy on Hayden Jones?
He's got a great beard though, Sam.
He does. Certainly does. The upside down head, some would call it. Oh, Ernie Kerr just lost the hand, and look out below. Here comes Carter Hopboy. One-handed this time.
He is an athlete.
And we're going to have a player timeout with 5.4 seconds to go. And you can't let this man free in the open court. Ernie Kerr just taking his eye off the inbound pass.
The Fire have done a good job of getting themselves back into this game here in the second quarter. Only a 5-point ball game. They've been a lot more aggressive attacking the rim, and Lewis is doing a really good job of curling off those down screens and getting into the paint, and hit a couple of really nice little mid-ranges.
Trail 13-4 at quarter time. Dempster, 3 on the clock, gets Hopboy to jump, puts up the 3-ball off to the right, and that'll do us for the first half of action in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game here at the Trafalgar Centre. 19 8-14 lead to the NBS Nelson Giants over the fight on their first trip to the top of the South.
Got to say a big thank you to our Nelson Giants Rapid Lead partners, NBS, also IGM, Micro Mortgages and Insurance. Making it happen.
Download the Waitomo app to unlock even more fuel savings off Waitomo's everyday low pump price. Proudly fueling Kiwis with fairer fuel prices since 1947.
That's a long time, 1947.
As Giants talk it over, you see the Chemist Warehouse stats at halftime here. Nick Davidson leading the way with 7 points. That's sharing of the scoring for the Giants, Phil.
Hopeway with 6 and a couple of real highlights we talked about earlier. Aston Inwood coming up with 3 rebounds. Sammy D getting in there. A couple of assists for both teams. One apiece for Ernie and Jones, and Aston Inwood coming up with a block.
Well, the Giants shooting 50% on the season from the field in Rapid League. And tonight, they're shooting 63% already. So, taking good shots, I guess. In the shortened version of the game, there's less time to take bad ones, but pretty happy with the shot selection with the coaches.
Yeah, I think the coaches will be very happy with what they're seeing on the offensive end from the Giants. They're doing a really good job of executing their plays, their sets, getting the ball through hands, which generally culminates in someone having an open shot or getting something at the rim, and they're getting quite a lot of stuff in the paint. Where on the other hand, in the second quarter, they just didn't do enough to slow the Phi down, and the Phi got going. And basketball's a funny game. It's very much about momentum, and if one team gets more momentum than the other team, a lead can evaporate very quickly. So this game is there's still all to play for with 2 quarters to go.
Third quarter underway. Nick Davidson brings the ball up for the Giants in light blue. Dempster. Catch, turn, shoot. A little short. Rebounded eventually by James Matthews. So the Giants will get another chance at the start of this third quarter. 8 on the shot clock. Screen from Inwood. Jones spitting into the lane up with the right hand. Gets it to go. Hayden Jones. Pretty move.
Just playing with good poise and patience. Knew the shot clock was running down. Did a good job of getting to the basket.
Boucher. Over to Hoppoy. Might go to work on Sam Dempster. Inwood with the dig. And then Hoppoy sets the screen. Thompson. Boucher in the corner. The 3 ball. Short. Rebounded though. Greensill will give a fight. Another chance. 9 on the shot clock. Hoppoy. Got to get a shot up to the fight. Instead they turn the ball over. Here's Nick Davidson. Looking to push the pace. Jones the pass inside. Inwood takes one look at Carter Hoppoy and goes, I'm going to get that ball to someone else.
Jaden Boucher just picking up a bit of a hip check there on Dempster as he drove to the basket. Sammy D missed the last couple of threes, so thought about putting the ball on the floor.
Davidson going up against Jet Thompson. 5 on the shot clock. Turning. Firing. Not getting it to go. Rebound by Anderson, but he lost the handle. Gives the ball straight to Aston Inwood, who finds Nick Davidson.
Easy bucket for Davidson. Aston Inwood in the mix again, coming up with a steal.
Thompson driving it inward and finishing nicely. Jet Thompson. Dempster is now out there on the court with 3 players he coached or does coach at Nelson College, and he drains a 3 to Sam Dempster. He coached Aston Inwood, he coached Nick Davidson, and he currently coaches James Matthews. The only one he doesn't coach is the one he coaches against, Hayden Jones. Great to see as Matthews and Dempster look to make Carter Hoppoy's life hard. He finds it. Jet Thompson with a nice pass. A great move from Thompson. Everything but the finish, but he will earn a trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2.
And the Fire must have been awfully close to getting an 8-second call just before that play from Thompson. Just managing to get the ball over halfway. Thompson, great little in and out, get to the basket. Let's see here, Kata Hopoi skipping to Thompson here, in and out, gets Nick Davidson to bite, and he probably should have stayed on his left hand. He knocks the first down.
Both team perfect from the Chemist Warehouse free throw line, Phil.
That's what I like to see. Like to see.
And
got him.
Jinxed it. Sorry, Jet. 26-17, 9-point lead for the Giants. Minute 30 to go in the third quarter here. And the matinee performance of the Giants against the Fire this Sunday evening. Ingham curling, firing off the back iron. We have a foul called there. Called on Xander Masters, I believe.
And just on the hold, I think as Inwood was trying to get an offensive rebound. Didn't look like a lot of contact down there, but
will be Giants possession. 14 reset on the shot clock. Over the top they go to Ernie Kerr. He is under duress from Kata Hopoi. Matthews driving, getting a foul, and he'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot two.
And something that James Matthews is very good at is just getting into those seams, and just see here. He didn't do a too bad job. He just reached in there last second and keep his hands out. Probably did a good enough job with his body. Jinx both teams now, Hugh.
Apologies to free throw fans out there. Makes his second, does James Matthews. Chet Thompson brings the ball up, clock around, about to tick. Over 1 minute to go in this third quarter. Thompson around the corner, goes at Matthews. Can't get the finish, rebounded by combination of Kerr and Dempster.
And Ernie Kerr doing a really good job of keeping Hopoi off the boards there.
Quick first step, a good hand from Kata Hopoi to dislodge that and force the turnover. As Tutuhi Lewis checks back into the game. See here on the JJ Gardner Holmes replay.
I think James Matthews just lost the handle there.
Masters brings it up, Ingham on him. Anderson looking for Hopoi, finding no one except Tom Ingham. He's got Dempster to his right. The two old heads get it done for the Nelson Giants, and it ends in an and one opportunity for Sam Dempster.
And that is what I call a fast break right there. Tom Ingham coming up with a steal. Pretty easy steal for him in the end, and great little pass here. Sammy D
had a fair bit to do.
Looked like he was catching a short ball for Stoke Rugby Club right there.
Spotted on the sidelines at Stoke Rugby Club with Sam Dempster yesterday, I believe. Always supporting his old team. Nice rebound after the missed free throw from Zion Anderson. And here come the Fire through Xander Masters as we might have a clock malfunction.
Shot clock hadn't started, I don't think.
Corey Hogg wants to double check.
Yeah, Sammy D was down there supporting Stoke against Marist, and I think Stoke came up the winners. And, Tavita Kolamatangi played his 100th game for Stoke Rugby Club, which is congratulations to him.
A couple of hundreds on display at the weekend actually. Jaden Boucher needs to get it in, does just in time. Masters, Dempster ahead of him. Finds Tutuhi Lewis. Back it goes to Xander Masters. His team wanting to use the matchup. Step back, three ball. Doesn't go, rebounded by Aston Inwood. Rebound number 5 for Inwood in this Rapid League game. Clock winding down, Matthews does the last say, and he'll go the line for one more. James Matthews with 1.7 left on the clock.
James Matthews just streaking down the court. You see here Aston Inwood rebounding it, getting it to James, and just head down, and he loves this finish. A little kiss off the glass, and one. Off to the foul line for an extra.
This is the free throw. The Masters will put up a specky that goes over the backboard, and 3/4 are in the action, and a handsome lead for the Giants. Pulled away with a 11-3 quarter.
Yeah, they're not 9 points away from their season average for the Rapid League, so tracking nicely for another 40-point plus game here. Five just struggling to get the ball through the hoop that third quarter. Giants definitely would have talked about their defensive pressure, and it did show that they were a little bit more locked in that third quarter. And Jet Thompson did his best to try and keep the fire ticking over.
Coming away from 6:30, Sal's NBL game. To the NBS Nelson Giants in the fight, for the first time ever. The two will take each other on. You can win free fuel, I should say. Score your Waitomo Moolah now by downloading the Waitomo app. Fueling Kiwis with fair prices since 1947.
Looking forward to the main game, the Sal's NBL game. It'll be good to see Cruz Parrott Hunt back in Trafalgar Centre after having spent a bit of time with the Giants previously.
Played here before heading off to college.
4 minutes of play to go.
He's come back a very good player. But it's a very good player when he was here. He'll come back an even better player.
Yeah, he was a good player when he was here. Probably didn't have his best outing when last game down in the Rams. As we see, there's an issue with the that last shot, I think, by Masters. Might have just clipped the...
Unplugged it.
Yeah, there it is. We're back. The shot clock had turned off. He'd like to say he was lights out, but it missed everything and just hit the shot clock.
Well, did you see Nikola Jokic the other day after the buzzer or after the whistle? Fire one off the top of the shot clock, deliberately bank it in off the shot clock. Unbelievable. He was kind of hot boy. There's this tidy start to the fourth quarter, a nice finish. Inwood needs some help to get it in. Matthews scampers back to help. Boucher in there looking for the steal. Davidson just settles things down for the Giants.
Hopper just rangy, putting the ball on the floor, getting to the rim.
Matthews slings it back to Dempster. Davidson, 5 on the shot clock, fires it over to Hayden Jones. Speaking of rangy, the step back three is off to the left.
Nick Davidson probably should have shot that first one when Sammy Dempster hit him with the pass. It's one of those frustrating things for a coach when your guys are open and they pass up shots.
Hotboy losing the handle, Dempster coming up with the ball. Picks up his dribble, so Matthews has to go back and get it. Finds his school coach. Jones likes the matchup ahead of him with Hotboy. Runs downhill, spins on an absolute dime. Gets it swatted away. Thompson, again, he loses the handle as well. Off to the races goes Nick Davidson. Hotboy on him. The whistle's been put away in this fourth quarter on both ends of the floor.
Plenty of contact at both ends. Nothing being called.
Thompson leaves the 3 ball short.
His body's flying all over the place.
Dempster just says, let's just slow things down. Long three, Sammy Dean. I love the look of that going in.
Makes the 3.
Ahead of tonight's main event.
And that shows the experience of Dempster. Just the pace of the game has picked up. We see a foul here on Aston Inwood, but Sam Dempster says, let's slow it down, fellas. Let's just run through the ball through some hands and get a good shot. Ernie Kerr threw the fake at Sam Dempster, telling him he was still in. Then quickly he got told he wasn't.
Boucher fires it over to Masters. Trying to bully James Matthews down low, and he gets the bucket to Xander Masters. Inwood brings it up. Boucher almost with the steal. Ernie Kerr, offensive rebound, fouled, basket will count.
And Ernie Kerr has done that well all season for the Giants Rapid League team. Just been an absolute pest on the offensive boards. See here, Jaden Boucher almost comes up with it. Nick Davidson misses it. There's Ernie Kerr on the spot. Catches a little clip across the head, I think, from Masters and knocks it down.
That's a shame that the Whai assistant coach, Doug Courtney, couldn't make the trip because he would be in that empty chair there, but he's got to teach classes at Rotorua Boys High, where he once taught and coached a young Ernest Kerr. And one of the reasons I believe that Ernie ended up here in Nelson was on Doug Courtney's recommendation to coach Mike Fitchett. So it's a shame that those two couldn't reunite this weekend.
It would have been good to catch up with a fellow high school basketball coach. Talked to him a bit over the last few years, and I've got a really good program up at Rotorua Boys. It's under Masters. I'm pretty sure it's still year 13 this year up there, so we'll see him no doubt at secondary school Nats later in the year.
Good man Doug Courtney stepped up to coach the Taranaki Airs, the showdown 2020.
1:37 to play, 37-22 on the clock.
This is Nick Davidson, a minute 30 to go in this Sky Broadband Rapid League game. The Giants lead by 15. Looking to solidify top spot on the ladder. They currently share the record with the Hawks. Nick Davidson already got clipped. Oh, Inwood with the rebound, and he comes up with the loose ball. 5 on the shot clock as a bit of indecision from Tom Ingham led to a travel.
He's probably thinking, I should have let that first one go. The game's just got a little bit messy here towards the end. Couple of turnovers, poor passes.
Nick Davidson back on the bench for the Giants.
It's Green Salt. Round the Boucher screen, Hot Boy. Going to Ingham. A lot of contact, no whistle. Kerr couldn't pick up the loose ball. Ingham can't either. Jones dials on it like a live grenade, and the Giants come away with it. It is scrappy though, Phil. Hayden Jones, what can he make out of this? A baseline J, but it's pretty and goes.
I'm starting to wonder whether the coin officials are working on a timeline here. Just letting these lads play. Plenty of contact both ways.
40 seconds to go. Greensill brings the ball up under pressure from Matthews. It's Titohi Lewis into Hopoi. Oh, Lewis was cutting nicely, but the pass went flying off his knee. Inwards downhill. Curling into the three ball as Tom Ingham tickles the twine with 21 seconds to go.
The three-point line. This is now to 20 points the lead.
Best thing about the point system, Phil, in 2024 is Masters drains the three, is that every basket counts. So they keep playing until the end.
Yeah, and that I like that.
I love it.
I like the fact that the guys are, in the main game it is happening more now, but previously they just walk at it, like dribble it over. Last 24 seconds it was a non-event really, but when these young guys that get on the floor and they're not playing, they need to keep playing. They need an opportunity to get out there and shoot some buckets and have a bit of fun as well.
It might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't like the dribble it out at any level, from right up to the NBA, to international, all the way from schoolboy. The game of basketball finishes when the final siren goes.
It does.
It doesn't finish when you're just leading and then you go, oh, that'll do. Play until it finishes.
You can't pad your stats if you dribble it out.
10 seconds to go in this one. Jones. Hopoi paying close attention to him. He gets a good hand, and will he finish with an exclamation mark? Hopoi just before time expires. That'll do it.
42-27.
So Carter Hopoi with the final say, but it's the Giants who come away with the first win of the night, 42 points to 27.
A fantastic win over the Fires. We count down to the main game.
Oh boy, just the long arm of the law right there. Nice easy two-hand flush.
Right now to go and grab some food, some drink.
42-27.
For the NBS Nelson Giants game.
Giants with the win to
Against the Fire getting underway.
give himself a one-game lead over the Hawke's Bay Hawks at the top of the ladder. Hawks, of course, with a game in hand. As we see the Chemist Warehouse stats of that game. Sam Dempster leading.
And of course the bar is now open, serving spring and fern crafted beer, wine from Hunter's Wines, also Welcome back to the hangar, the home of your NBS Nelson Giants. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome out onto the courts your team, the NBS Nelson Giants for 2024. Kevin Chamberlain, Adam Barton, Cohen Williams. Williams, Tauranga, Sam Dempster, Ernie Kerr, Hayden Jones, Aston Edward, James Matthews, Nick Davidson, Alex McNaught, Kobe Langley, Dan Greener and Dan Futu, making your team for 2024. And welcome to the hangar for the very first time, of course, the FI. I'd like to welcome on the team, number 2, Jaden Boucher. Number 4, Jed Thompson. Number 7, Mauro Greensill. Number 9, Xander Masters. Number 13, Tituhi Lewis. Number 21, Zion Anderson. Number 27, Carter Hopui. The starting 5 for the FI tonight. 0, DeMarcus Holland. 5, Cruz Pierrot Hunt. 10, Dylan Brook. 22, Phil Carr. And 66, Jaden Bazant. Your NBS Nelson Giants for 2024. Not setting up tonight for here in supports. From Christchurch, number 7, sponsored by GM Services, Chamberlain. Sponsored by Stella Law, number 34 out of Nelson College, Adam Bartley. Number 41, sponsored by NMIT from Waimea College, Cohen Williams. On the bench tonight, manning the bench, sponsored by Richmond Aquatic Centre from Waimea College, number 9, Tom Ingham. Sponsored by Newell Stoke, of course, your captain out of Mayman College, Sam Dempster. Number 12 from Haas, sponsored by Not Just Concrete, Ernie Kerr. All except for Waimea College, number 13, sponsored.
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for excitement, entertainment, energy, and epic. Cells NBL 2024 is rated E. Back to the road. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone. And I don't care.
No mai, hoki mai, ki whakatū. It's time for the main event here at the famed Trafalgar Centre in downtown Nelson. History is to be made tonight as the league's newest team visits a foundation member of the Sal's NBL. The FI, in their first season, are on the road to take on a team in their 42nd, the NBS Nelson Giants. Hugh Baden here alongside Giants and Tall Blacks legend Phil Jones. And Phil, two teams coming off victories in games which they weren't expected to win. Previous to the Rams game for the FI, a win over the Nuggets at home, and for the Giants, a rare win on the road against the Wellington Saints. So we're in for a cracker tonight as those playoff spots shrink.
Yeah, kia ora, I totally agree. I think we're going to be in for a really good matchup between these two teams. Both teams got a bit of youth amongst them, so we'll see some highlights, no doubt. We saw that in the Rapid League with Carter Hopui in the open court. But you know, the FI, young team, a little bit inexperienced. The Giants have a bit more experience, so on paper you would think that they should come out on top, but you know, you never know with basketball what's going to happen.
Well, the MixedandPick.com poll suggests that the fans out there think the Giants are going to win, and there's a double Sal's pizza prize on offer tonight, so head to MixedandPick.com or scan the QR code on your screen. Who will win and by how much? Giants by 1 to 10 at 29%. Giants by 11 plus at 62%. And the FI by any margin at 9% at the moment. So get voting throughout the Sal's NBL game tonight. Here's the Sal's NBL ladder. Tuatara sitting pretty at the top. Played a few games more than others. The Saints with a squeaky win over the Franklin Bulls. Both teams looking pretty impressive in that one this afternoon. The Giants sitting in 6, 4 and 5, and you can see the congestion. The top 6 will make the playoffs, and three teams with 4 wins, the Giants, the Hawks and the Nuggets, and the FI just a game behind. So a big game at the midway point of the season, Phil, between these two teams.
Yeah, 100%. An important game for the Giants after having a really good win against the Saints last last weekend, and the Saints did well not to drop 2 in a row, so they'll be pleased about that result as well.
We see the games to come Wednesday. This will be in around 9, 6:30, or tip-off from TSB Stadium in beautiful Taranaki. The Airs taking on the Hawks. And then the Whai, they return home to Tauranga to take on the Canterbury Rams. And there'll be a swift turnaround. Another meeting between those two teams, and the Tuatara taking on this MBS Nelson Giants side. The Tuatara lost the reverse fixture here in Nelson, so they'll want a bit of revenge up there. Well, big bad Bobby Lowe and his friends as we see the starting 5 in the Sales NBL game tonight. Jaden Bazant and Cruz Parrott Hunt are a potent Kiwi backcourt. So Marcus Hollard, Dylan Brook and Phil Carr make up the starting 5 for head coach Matt Lacey.
Matt, welcome to Nelson. Obviously coming off a tough game against the Rams. How's the team sort of coming together after that game and looking for heading into the Giants one?
Yeah, look, they're doing well. You know, we're injury-free, which is always a plus. But, you know, guys are good. You know, I think that we played well in the first half and we created a lot of good opportunities for ourselves. We just really couldn't convert at the level that we needed to. And then coming out of the second half, you know, I just think too many lapses to start and the momentum kind of got away from us. But, you know, video review, kind of addressing those areas and looking forward to tonight.
And obviously the first season for the Whai and the NBL, you know, halfway through the season, how would you sort of rate yourselves in regards to your performance, and what do you need to do moving forward to get a few more wins?
Yeah, I think, you know, the league's tough. You know, I think there's no doubt about that. There's talent across the board. There's good coaches across the board. And, you know, we knew that coming in. It's going to take us a little bit of time, I think, to find ourselves. But, yeah, look, I think overall we've got a really good group. And I think that, you know, we're building not as quickly as I think anybody would like, you know, being 3 and 6. But at the same time, you know, with a little bit of reinforcement coming our way, we're looking forward to the next couple of rounds.
Well, great having you here. All the best.
No changes for Mike Fitchin and the Nelson Giants. Fully healthy roster with a full complement of imports and locals, which Mike Fitchin was very happy about. Alex McNaughton, Kobe Langley in the backcourt. The very impressive Dan Greeder. What a season he has had so far in 2024. On the wing, Dan Fotu and Theo Akuba make up the front court for the MBS Nelson Giants. Let's hear from head coach Mike Fitchin.
Mike, Whai rolling into town tonight. You know, they're coming off a pretty tough road trip down to the Rams recently. You know, what are you going to have to do to get a W against these guys tonight?
Yeah, it's nice to see a team at the back end of a double header. Get a look at what they did a couple of nights ago and then try to run them a little bit. We want to play with pace tonight. We want to defend like we did last week, and we really need to pick up our rebounding. It's probably the area that's really letting us down at the moment, so major focus is on those areas.
And halfway point of the season, you know, how would you rate the Giants' performance so far, and you know, what do you need to do to tidy up to try and get a few wins to push for the playoffs?
Yeah, super tight run group, trying to make that top 6, so it's pretty tough. It's been interesting so far, you know, first few games without our full lineup and Sammy Dempster injured and imports not in, and we've been solid and we've been building since the American guys have come in. So just want to keep building. Rebounding, like I said, is probably the major area. We've got to play defense if we want to compete with the best teams in this league. So those two things are the stuff players love practicing. We've got to tidy up. So we'll be on it hopefully.
All the best, eh?
Thank you, sir.
Mike Fitchin swapping microphone for clipboard. As we're just 2.5 minutes away from tip-off here. Let's have a look, shall we, at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, Phil.
And we see Giants comfortably outscoring the Whai on an average points per basis game. Per game, 88.2 points per game. It's pretty good from the Giants. Points in the paint. Pretty good balance from the Giants of scoring inside and out, and similar for the Whai. Dan Greeder has been a real standout for the Giants, not only in his scoring capacity, but also getting rebounds and playing defense. He's the heart and soul of this team, I believe, just as energy, and Phil Carr, rightly so, for the Whai. So watch out for those two players tonight.
You see the referees led by Marty Davison on your left, Mikey Graham and Corey Hogg. Oh, when the Saints went crawling home. Yeah, boy. Great to see. Shows you, Phil, the the passion between the rivalry between the Giants and the Saints. Saints are absolutely nowhere near this game. Yeah, there they are in the crowd. Great to see. There's the Whai, talk it over, and the man second left on your screen, Jaden Bazan, will be floating around in the back of Giants fans' minds from a few years ago when he was wearing the green of Manawatu at the time. And the Giants were having a good season, and the Jets came to town, and on paper it looked like a Giants win. Jaden Bazan, well, he had different ideas that night. I think he went off a 36 and absolutely torched the Giants.
He was incredible that night, and he's that caliber of player that you know, the Whai want to be able to potentially build their team around, and him and Cruz Hunt. Both those guys are electric guards and more than capable of scoring the ball. And Jaden Bazan, he's just got a little something about him. When he gets going, gets his confidence up, he can be super tough. So the Giants are going to make sure they have to do a good job on him tonight.
Playing for his hometown team as well. And what an awesome opportunity that is with the Whai entering the league. Cruz Hunt back in the building. Used to play for the Giants back in 2019 before heading off to college. And I think it's no secret, Phil, he very nearly came back in 2024. Last minute contract offer from the Whai, and the lure of playing for his former school head coach, Matt Lacey, Rosemary College, was enough to bring him back as young Miro Romanovsky brings the ball on, helped by his Halberg Games teammate Joel Kindley, which is great to see. Poses for a photo with Phil Carr and Theo Akruba.
Great little ovation from the crowd.
Both those young lads part of the Tasman Halberg Games team that went up and competed just a few weeks ago. And we're about to get underway on Sunday Night Hoops in the NZNBL, and it's Theo Akruba who wins the tip, and here come the Giants. Kobe Langley, he's really set out a marker for himself in his first few games as the Nelson Giant. McNaught throws it up high to Akruba. It's moved out of the way by Carr. Akruba's baby hook doesn't go, gets his own rebound. Bazant causing trouble. Three ball doesn't go. Akruba's on it. And we've got a chaotic start here as Theo Akruba jumps on it and a jump ball called. So it will be Whai possession.
Akruba bringing the energy for the Giants right now. Not being able to convert on the offensive end. Comes up with a couple of offensive rebounds. Dives on the floor. You love that from your big guy.
Here's Bazan averaging just 11 points so far in the competition. You know he's capable of scoring more than that as he's played a facilitatory role. Here he is, looking to fight back to Denham Brook. Collects the loose ball and leaves it short from the free throw line. Stan Fotu looking to run downhill, goes to Denham Brook. Can't get it to finish, gets his own rebound, and then eventually the first bucket of the game goes the way of Daniel Fotu.
And Fotu just staying with it. Gets a second chance, doesn't make a mistake.
Denham Brook hands it to Cruz Hunt. And the finger roll's a pretty one from Cruz.
And Hunt just smooth, comes off that screen. Gets McNaught on the jail dribble, and easy layup for him.
There's McNaught. Fotu. There's Brook on him. Not going to go to work, and he might have been called for a hook. He is, Dan Fotu. So Denham Brook winning that battle.
And Fotu just nodding his head in agreement with the official, saying, yep, I definitely hooked on that one.
The two would have been teammates at the Franklin Bulls last year, I believe, Brook and Fotu.
Yeah, they would have gone at each other a majority of practices, I would imagine.
Hunt, great off-ball work, using Carr as the screen. Here's Bazant, puts up the three. That high-arcing three ball of his. Greedy getting high for the rebound, losing the handle. Hunt coming up with it.
Jaden Bazant just tipping the ball away from Greeter there.
A scrappy start so far for both teams as Hunt drives again, gets McNaught off to the side, finds Brook, wing, three ball, off the back iron, gets his own rebound, runs into his own centre. Here's Holland going at Fotu. Oh, tough from DeMarcus Holland.
Great finish by Holland. Not averaging a lot of points for a import guard, Holland, but I think he's more than capable.
Greta slipping as he goes around the corner and fouled by Parrott Hunt.
Just a little bit too physical on that defense of that turnout there from Dan Greta.
Kruber hands it off to Langley. Fotu finds McNaught, looked up at the three, puts it on the floor. 5 on the shot clock as Fotu tries to clear some space. Instead he's double teamed. Langley's going to have to put it up. And after the shot clock expires, it's just a slightly inaccurate start from the NBS Nelson Giants, Phil.
Yeah, they're just not quite finishing off their offensive possessions, and that one was a bit of a shocker from them, really. They didn't really get into anything. Too much dribble with the Fire. Doing a good job defensively, being a little bit disruptive, switching a lot, packing in the paint, making it tough for the Giants.
Fire looking for the gap.
Carr, Parrott Hunt. That time McNaught stays in front of him well, but Brooke gets a Kruber to jump and makes his way to the hoop nicely.
Denham Brook hasn't made the first couple of clues, but probably just a little bit too long on that closeout.
McNaught around the Kruber screen. Langley elevates, puts up the three, gets it to go. Kobe Langley. What was it?
Starting up from where he left off against the Saints. He shot the ball extremely well from 3 in Wellington last weekend.
There's 2.5 minutes between buckets there for the Giants as Greta's bumped on that rebound. Giants possession.
And sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop. And just a settler for the Giants, hopefully.
McNaught around the Fotu screen. Here's a Kruber up high. He's going to hand it off to Langley. Oh, gets it picked away by Holland and Bazant. Bazant, that pass just a little out of reach for Phil Carr.
And Kobe Langley just doing a good job there of being disruptive on this fast break by the Fire. Can't really see him, just see him coming to the picture there and just holding up Phil Carr.
Fotu, Greta, aggressive off the screen. Takes a lot of contact from Denham Brook. Oh, almost gets the steal, dives on it, out of bounds it goes. 5 possession. And that's the reason why the Giants fans love Dan Greta.
Denham Brook actually did a really good job there defensively, just walling up. And Dan Greta's pretty strong. Denham Brook hardly even moved when he hit him.
There's Brook, hands it off to Holland. Greta does well to stay in front of him. There's Brook running into the outstretched behind of Theo Kruber.
Kruber probably a little bit hard done by there. He got run into by his own teammate. He bounced off him and into Denham Brook.
It's been a physical start to this game, Phil. The defense winning at the moment as Holland gets away from Greta. Carr, 3 ball, down it goes.
And that is something that Phil Carr can definitely do, is shoot the basketball.
Fotu trying to burrow down low. Carr doing a good job. Fotu doing a better one.
Yeah, good patience by Fotu, finding his way to the basket. Kruber doing a great job there, getting back and disrupting that pass. You see here, Jaden Bazant just looking long, and Kruber just getting a little enough on it to knock the ball off Denham's hands.
Midway point of the first quarter. Langley finds a Kruber. Greta pulling up from the elbow. Off the back iron. Holland comes down with it and looks to push the pace. McNaught trying to stay with him. Holland fires an absolute frozen rope to Cruz Parrott Hunt. 3 ball doesn't go. Rebounded by Greta. Here's Greta spinning high, arcing baseline. Dan Greta
throws his hands up and asking for where was the contact.
who's averaging nearly 22 points, 7 rebounds in 2024, is Dan Greeder. With a foul here, it's called on Alex McNaught. Sam Dempster's going to check in for the first time in the NBL game tonight. And Kuba is the one to come off, so Fotu will slide to the centre spot.
And Cruz Hunt just doing a pretty good job there of selling the contact a little bit.
Carr hands it off to Holland. Langley chasing him. Fotu with a hard show. Short roll from Carr. Contested 3 ball. Does not bother Cruz Hunt.
Cruz Hunt off to a really nice start tonight for the Fire. Found it a little bit tough down in Canterbury, but tonight looking much sharper.
Here's Fotu down low. Double teamed is Dan Fotu. So the quick ball movement goes to Sam Dempster, who does the rest from downtown.
Sammy D doesn't miss too many of those if he's left that wide open. And Holland, lovely little drive to the basket. Showing a lot more aggression tonight, Holland, on the penetration.
Fire pushing the pace nicely to start this game. This Fotu looks to be a little bit more patient. And one-on-one with Denenbrook in the low block. Brook does a great job. Langley fires over McNaught, gives it straight back. 4 on the shot clock. Deep 3 ball. Kobe Langley 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
And all of a sudden, the lid has come off each end of this basketball court. Points piling up. See now, Dan Greeder challenged the shot. Holland, great finish.
That was a good challenge from Dan Greeder. Langley's turn to drive, and this time he's fouled by Bazant.
See here, Holland, nice left-hand finish.
The patience in the air, hung there for an age, did DeMarcus Holland, as Jaden Bazant and Phil Carr take a break. Jet Thompson into the game. And Jaden Boucher. Here's Langley. Dempster left open. Can't get it to go. Boucher rises high for the rebound. Here comes Parrott Hunt. Langley ahead of him. Holland driving on McNaught. Foul call. Basket counts. DeMarcus Holland to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for one more.
Right now, DeMarcus Holland is looking like a different guy out here on the court. It's almost like he's got a little bit of a point to prove. Coming out, he's been super aggressive offensively and really had a great start to this game.
Eight points for him. You're right, Phil. He averages just 12 points in 33 minutes a game. Points aren't everything, but I guess we are accustomed to seeing a little more from the imports. As Corbin Langley somehow gets that to drop off the glass.
I think Sam Dempster just picked up a delay of game warning after that bucket there. Just the offensive team, once they score, they're not allowed to touch the ball once it goes through the hoop.
Jet Thompson seemingly getting away with a push-off on Kobe Langley there. He finds Denenbrook. Holland, Davidson into the game and chasing him. They switch. Thompson orchestrating proceedings. 7 on the shot clock. Oh, Kobe Langley picks his pocket. He's got Dempster to his left. He might slow things down as the man out of North Carolina finds Davidson. Thought about the 3, puts the ball on the floor. Spinning, taking contact. Turnover by the Giants. Holland just weaving his way up the court. Thought about the 3. Finds it over to Boucher. Parrott Hunt. 7 on the shot clock. Boucher. Dempster gets a hand on it. Thompson touched it last. A messy possession from the fight.
That possession was a little bit crazy. There's a lot going on in that position. I'm pretty sure the officials missed a double dribble. I mean, Thompson just should have left the ball go out of bounds.
Langley with the hesitation, and that's a foul. Ingham will be happy to see that one get after the buzzer, but it doesn't count.
And Langley doing a good job last two possessions, getting his head down, getting into the paint, but he probably should be thinking about when he feels contact, putting the ball up on the rim, see if he can get himself off to the foul line.
And Jaden presents back on for the five.
Langley in the corner. Dempster sets the screen. Langley looking to go 3 from 3 from beyond the arc. That one doesn't go. Rebounded by Carr, who's back into the game. And Kruber waiting to come in and guard him. I'd hazard a guess at. Here is Carr. Holland. There's Dempster on him. Rises from the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Fotu goes and gets the rebound.
Big rebound from Fotu.
Ingham curling. Davidson just about lost the ball, but manages to regain it. 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. Langley elevates from three-point land. Carr gets the rebound. Present. Here's Carr. Oh, Carr. Great screen. Fotu almost gets up there to disrupt him, but a nice finish from Phil Carr.
Really nice finish from Carr. Soft off the backboard. Fotu was going after that one.
7 seconds to go in this first quarter, this frenetic first quarter. Langley, step back, 3 ball, doesn't go. And that'll do us for a quarter of action. A crazy quarter, you call it here at the Trafalgar Centre. The Fight lead 20 points to 17. So Marcus Holland leading the way of all scorers. And we'll be back after the break here with the second quarter.
We're going to give them 45 seconds on the clock. The one that walks away with the most is the one that wins for their charity. Charlie is shooting today for Age Concern. Jet is shooting for Nelson Tasman Hospice. 45 seconds. Your time starts now. So keep account. The Moffats will be keeping account. And of course, this month is a big month for Nelson Tasman Hospice with Hoops for Hospice. Donna, what is it all about?
Hands Up for Hospice is our annual awareness campaign and fundraising campaign. One thing you can do right now is text Hands Up to 2923 and make a $3 donation, and MBS, our champion sponsor, will match fund that, which is incredible.
So all you got to do is text
2923 the word Hands Up.
Hands Up to 2923 and NBS are going to match that $3 donation. Donna from Hospice. 5 seconds on the clock. Here it is. 3, 2, 1, time. What do we get down this end? How many do we get? 17. How many do we get down this end? 7. There we go. Congratulations to Nelson Tasman Hospice taking away $1,000 cash. In saying that, of course, $500 cash goes to Age Concern as well. So well done to our shooters.
Welcome back to the Trafalgar Centre. And the fans settling in for another good night here. As can you at home. For 25 bucks, you get a large 5 Burrows pizza from Sal's. Authentic New York pizza. Use the online code SALSLAMDUNK. Valid until Tuesday. Sals.co.nz. We're back underway. Second quarter here. The Five leading the Giants by 3, 2017. What did you make of that first quarter, Phil?
Oh, it was a pretty hectic pace and a little bit messy, and we see a messy start here from the Giants. Just a simple backcourt violation. The Giants
off the foot of Theo Akruba. Langley dribbled it onto Theo Akruba's foot as the officials read of the situation, so a backcourt violation.
Yeah, so my assessment of the first quarter was pretty messy from the Giants, and I think the Five did a really good job of being disruptive, particularly on the defensive end. And this guy here, for Marcus Holland, He had a great start to the game.
Carr has a mismatch with Langley, which means Tatui Lewis is wide open and he drains the three. So a great start. A turnover from the Giants and a 3-ball from the fight. Tauranga fans will be happy with that. Here's Nick Davidson firing over to Dempster. Dempster says, go the other way, please. Ingham puts the ball on the floor, takes some contact, finds Langley. 3-ball straight out in front. Made his first 2, missed his last 3. Carr comes away with the rebound.
Another good possession on defense from the Fire. Giants is coming up empty.
Cart around to Kruber, the finish, the foul, to the line for one more. And the fight, winning those one-on-one battles, Phil.
They sure are. They're just finding holes in the Giants' defense all over the place. And that's something that Coach Fitchett talked about early on in the interview and also after the Saints game. It was something that he was super proud of, was their defensive effort. And right now, I'm sure he'll be pretty frustrated with how things are going.
Hayden Jones into the game for Nick Davidson, as the M1 opportunity is converted by Phil Carr. Kruber looking to hand it off to Ingham. There's Langley. Fires it back to Ingham. Under 10 on the shot clock. Langley to Jones. Puts the ball on the floor. Crosses to Tui Lewis out of his shoes and then banks in the jumper. A little smile between the two as they run down the court.
I'm not 100% sure he meant to bank that, but it doesn't matter how it gets here as long as it gets there.
Holland, Boucher in front of his own bench. Leaves it just a little short as Langley and Akruba both go for the same ball. There's only going to be one winner in that situation. 6-11 of Theo Akruba. Here's Dempster. Finds Akruba. And you're right, Phil. The Fire doing a great job of just being a little disruptive. Again, it's Jones with the shot clock winding down. Langley, the 3, off. Akruba with the offensive board. No whistle. And the Fire go the other way. Bazant going at Dempster. Good D from Sam Dempster, but Bazant gets it to go high off the glass.
Better offense from Bazant. And right now, the Fire just all over the Giants on the defensive end, making it tough for them to score.
Oh, spinning on a dime is Kobe Langley. Again, they stop him at the hoop. 10 on the shot clock. McNaught and Greed are about to check back in. Dempster wants it down low. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Gets himself into position. The right-handed hook. He gets it to go. Sam Dempster just calming things down for his team.
Sammy D with the friendliest of rolls.
Here's Holland driving. An offensive foul.
And Kobe Langley just doing a really good job of fighting over. DeMarcus Holland here, just a push off with a forearm. Probably not a huge amount in it, but enough to get the defense on his back feet, back wheeling on the backwards and out of position.
McNaught finding Dempster. Greeder back into the game. And he sparked a little revival for this Giant side. Down 7. McNaught rejects the screen and then finds Akruba, who is instantly surrounded by 5 players, and it will be Giants possession.
It's possibly the highest bounce pass I've ever seen. Alex McNaught throwing the ball into the ground.
Well, this could have been a bounce alley-oop.
Was.
Back with the live action as Greedy gets the ball in the corner. Going to spin, go to work on Parrott Hunt. Carr did a great job to disrupt that one.
I'm pretty sure that tipped the rim.
Mikey Graham, the crew chief, just discussing that with Corey Hogg. Giants possession, 14-second reset.
And this court just grazed the side of the basket. Not quite picked up by the score bench. No reset at that stage.
Crew chief Mikey Graham, I believe following in his father's footsteps as an NBL referee. Here's McNaught around the Akruba screen. Akruba screen deemed illegal.
I think Jaden Bazant definitely felt that. Put a little
3 fouls.
knee to the quad. Big fella, 3 fouls. Early in this one too. Only just over 3 minutes into this second quarter.
Defense. Defense. Come on, Nelson. Defense.
Parrot Hunt.
Defense.
Greeter on him, good screen by Brook. Over, back he goes to Bazant. Stutter step, 3 ball, nothing but net for Jaden Bazant.
Don't want him to heat up. Seeing what he can do in this gym.
10-point lead for the Fires. Fotu goes at Brook and finishes. That's the first time we've seen just a little bit of daylight between a Giant and a fight at that end of the floor, and Fotu takes full advantage. Carp, great pass out to Lewis. He hit one from the other wing and he's hit one from that one.
The Giants just not getting their rotations right on defense.
I think they're about to hear just that from head coach Mike Fitchett, who's ready to call a timeout again. Fotu goes down the lane, and this time he earns a trip to the line as Mike Fitchett waves off the timeout and says, you know what, Dan's got this.
And nothing better than getting a bucket from one of your main guys to just try and right the ship a little bit. As we see here, Dan Fotu, last 2 possessions, he's just put his head down. He plays with just his own pace, Dan. Well, takes his time, 2 big slow steps to the hoop. Good size. Bodies Denham up and gets 2 points and knocks down the free throw.
He certainly has the advantage in the matchup with Denham Brook. Hayden Jones trying to stop Jaden Bazant, who finds a nice pass to Brook. Scampering along the baseline was Tutuhi Lewis. Oh, Cruz Parrot Hunt. Fouled by Hayden Jones, I think, as he raised up high after a beautiful pump fake where he sold about 2 Giants.
Yeah, I think Hayden Jones here tried to show some verticality and maybe just a little bit of body contact. As Cruz Parrot Hunt kind of caught some contact on the side of Hayden Jones. Ernie Kerr trying to give himself a slice of pizza, yelling from the Giants bench.
Matt Lacey and Tane Bennett will be pretty happy with what they've seen so far. Mike Fitchett, plenty to think about. Cuts a pensive figure. And there's a timeout by the NBS Nelson Giants. They'll talk it over.
26-36.
Make sure you download the Waitomo app to unlock even more fuel savings off Waitomo's everyday low pump price. Waitomo proudly fueling Kiwis with fairer fuel prices since 1947. Scan the QR code on your screen or download the Waitomo app.
Oh, that's better.
Plenty of fuel to the fire for this Giant side, who came back from the capital city brimming with confidence, Phil. That's what it's this set-up crowd arriving for this game. Thinking a win here will really kick them on for the second half of the season. Well, the fight. They've had other thoughts. Midway through the second quarter, a 10-point lead to the visitors.
Now, I'm talking to Coach Fitchett prior to the game. He mentioned he was nervous about this one. You know, the Fire coming in here, they've got really nothing to lose. You know, the Giants played a great game, probably their best game of the season in the toughest place to play in New Zealand, potentially in Wellington against the Saints, and come away with the win. You know, now they've got to come back here and defend their home court because they don't have many games left on their home court. They've had a pretty big run early on in the season with a number of home games. So these are the games that they have to win if they want to make a push for the playoffs.
McNaught just about shrugs Denenbrook in time for Dan Fotu to find him the ball. Avoid the 5-second violation. Greeter aggressive off the curl. Denenbrook doing a great job staying vertical, but somehow Greeter gets his own rebound and is fouled from behind, so he'll go to the line for one more. The stick-to-itiveness of Dan Greeter is something else.
It sure is. Oh, battle of the Malays right here, so they go after it.
You've got to say that's unlucky on Denenbrook. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. It was a foul, but he played great defense. Only to end up with that result.
Now this end has been going okay for the Giants. It's the other end where they're just not able to stop the Fire. The Fire doing such a good job of executing and getting buckets from all over the place.
The focus at training this week, according to Coach Mike Fitchett, has been defence. Bazant will go to work on Sam Dempster. The dig from Greeder, and there's a foul called. The bucket will count from Jaden Bazant, and it's Greeder who's called for the foul.
And Dan Greeder's asking why it was, but it's potentially not. It's not him that actually fouling, but it's more the action. You just see him here reaching in. There's a little bit ill-discipline from him. You know, Sam Dempster did a good job bodying Bazant up and forcing him into a tough shot, but you know, Dan Greeder reaching in, bailing him out there.
And Bazant takes full advantage by converting the three-point play. Here's Fotu. Great pass to Greeder and the two-handed jam, and that's the Giants fans cheering.
Denham Brook caught something in the eye, potentially.
Not too happy. Denham Brook. Both teams huddle up and talk it through.
I think he may have just got a poke in the eye from his... might get another look at it here. It's off the...
his own teammate, Cruz
friendly
Parrott-Hunt.
Fire.
Cruz Parrott-Hunt trying to get his hand out in the passing lane and get him nothing but eyeball.
And he's obviously pretty sore. Nothing worse than getting poked in the eye. Feels like you've been shot by a sniper. Not that I know what that would feel like, but seen plenty of people drop on the floor. And he's not happy at all.
Well, timeout called this time by The Fight. Make sure you catch Hoop Heads on a Wednesday night, 6 o'clock on Sky Sport. Highlights, analysis, good chat, bit of banter from the lads in the Sky Sport studio. And guests as well. Speaking of guests, Phil, we've got some luminaries in the house tonight, which we'll endeavour to show you on screen throughout the night. Some legendary Giants of yore.
So saw Finn Delaney in the house.
Young Fingerman, good to see him back from a stint in Spain. Zaragoza.
Back in New Zealand for his NZ campaign.
Great to see him back in the black jersey. Tidy looking Tall Blacks team announced by Perra Cameron.
I do think he'd look good in a Giants uniform, but quite hard to convince him to do that.
(39-31). Past the midway point in the second quarter to The Fight. Here's Boucher, who's taken Denham Brook's place on the court. So he gets seen to for that eye, poked away by Fotu. Out of bounds it goes, so 7.7 on the shot clock, 5 possession from the sideline.
Denham Brook won't be a player that the Fire want to lose for too long. He's had quite a big impact on the defensive end for this team.
Bazant spinning, stepping, jump doesn't go. Dempster comes down with the rebound.
Such a high arcing shot, Jaden Bazant.
Quick first step along the baseline from Greeder. He's fouled. He'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2.
Dan Greeder playing with force as he normally does. Nice little catch on the baseline and rip to the hoop. He'd probably be a little bit frustrated with himself. He managed to get through the contact, just couldn't quite finish. Makes the first free throw. Knocks the second one down.
Man from Perth, Western Australia. As Holland comes out the game, Jet Thompson comes in. And Phil, on paper at least, you say the Giants go a little deeper than The Fight. The Fight expecting, according to Scuttlebug, around the league, additional import in the next few weeks as Boucher goes straight through Sam Dempster, and Sammy D takes the charge. Offensive foul the call.
Yeah, rumour has it that there's an import turning up for the Fire that has previously played in the NBL. You can see here Sammy D doing a good job shifting his feet and Jaden Boucher just picking up the offensive foul. And I think if it's the player that I think it is, he is going to add a lot to this team.
Torrey Craig? No, it's not Torrey Craig, I'm kidding. Bigger fish to fry is Torrey Craig, NBA champion.
Wouldn't that be a coup for the Sal's NBL?
The floater from Naughty doesn't drop. He gets back on defensive duties. Bazant meanders his way up the court. Here's Carr. Parrot Hunt, who quiet last quarter after starting strong. McNaught doing a good job chasing down Bazant, as Greeder is called for a foul as he chased down Cruz Parrot Hunt. Second foul on the Western Australian.
A dangerous time here for the Giants with Akuba already on 3 fouls. And Dan Greeder picking up a little bit frustrated with that call, I think. And compared to the last probably 4 handoffs that the Fire tried to run, I don't know whether that was any more physical than the rest.
It's been a thorn in Coach Fitchett's side so far this season. I think I don't have the exact stats on me, but the correlation between the Giants' losses and foul trouble for Langley, Greeder and Akuba will be a pretty straight line, I think, Phil.
Yeah, well, the Giants try and play with physicality on the defensive end, and you are going to pick up fouls.
Fotu, ball on a string, and he's fouled going to the hoop. We go to the line to shoot 2.
And I think something that's really important is, they've got to try not to pick up those silly fouls, and we saw Dan Greeder pick up a reaching foul earlier on. We see here Dan Fotu just doing what he does best, putting the ball on the floor and stepping through the lane, picking up contact. If Coach Fitchett wants his main guys to be on the floor, he can't have his main guys picking up silly fouls. Reaching, that's just going to cause problems for the Giants. Sammy D.
There's a lot of experience in the team, isn't there, when your captain can grab the clipboard?
Defense.
There's Bazant finding Carr.
Defense.
Cruz Parrot Hunt was looking to get position on the post on Greeder there, as potentially Matt Lacey and team try and force another foul on the Australian, as that he's took that high off the glass.
And this is one guy for the Giants that I'm actually excited to see on the court in the main games, Aston Inwood. He's had a really good rapid league season, and he's one of those glue guys that does a little bit of everything. Not a real big scorer. See, Dan Fotu, great pass to Greeder. Greeder just couldn't convert.
This Carr's got Parrot Hunt to his right. Instead he finds Jet Thompson. There's Parrot Hunt, Fotu on him. Inwood has to look after Phil Carr. Travel the call, so Aston Inwood, the man you're just talking about, Phil, forces a turnover.
Oh, he's done two good defensive positions in a row here, just bottling out Carr.
Well, on the Giants podcast, GI Antics, Phil, you've speculated already or anointed Aston Inwood as the heir apparent to Sam Dempster. It's Langley, 6 on the shot clock, finds McNaught, thought about the 3, instead puts it on the floor. Does McNaught turn around jumper? He's going to leave that short. Inwood right in there. 5 possession. Under 2 minutes to go in this first half, and the Fire lead by 7. Looking to get 1 win out of 2 on the road, having gone down to the Rams the other night. The reigning champs on a hell of a run at the moment, the Canterbury Rams. Bazant, 3 ball. Doesn't go off the shot clock.
Jet Thompson ends up on the floor. Yeah, I think back to Inwood, I think that there's a real possibility that Inwood, if he sticks around, he can fill that number 10 jersey of Sam Dempster's pretty nicely. He would need to improve his shot a little bit to be compared to Sammy D, but I think from a defensive perspective and a rebounding perspective here, he can fill that spot really nicely off the bench. The game has just stalled a little bit here. It's been on a 7-point game to the Whai for about probably the last 2.5, 3 minutes. Hasn't been much in the way of scoring happening. Both teams D'ing up each other, pretty tough at either end.
Okay, sit down, and then I'm going to get you to stand up. Here we go. Ready? Arms up in the air. 3, 2, 1, go!
See here the mixandpick.com poll. And things have come down a wee bit there for the Giants, and the 5-80 margin now at 14%. Giants by 11 plus, which was the overwhelming favourite at the start. Still favourite. They currently trail by 7. Still a minute 36 to go in the second quarter. We feel these road trips where a team has to play twice. Does fatigue come into it at all for this Whai team, and having just played a couple of nights ago in Ototahi?
Well, I think if the teams have done the hard work, the hard yards at the beginning of the season, they should have fitness, enough fitness to play 2 pretty tough games in the space of, 3 days. I don't think there should be too many issues for the Whai.
Inward. Hands it off to Greeder. Greeder muscling his way in, finds McNaught. Passed out to Fotu. Not shooting the 3. Oh, what a spin move for Def Fotu on the finish. The hoop, the harm into the Chemist Warehouse stripe he goes. That was a tight spin move on the baseline.
Yeah, lovely little finish here, and Def Fotu again just playing at his own pace, and great little spin, and used Denham Brooks' body well to spin off it. One thing the Giants are, I think, probably doing, and they need to address this in the second half, is they're potentially overpassing a little bit. They're passing up shots, not taking opportunities, and sometimes it's working out okay for them, but majority of the time they're finding it really tough to get a shot away. I see a bit of pressure here from the Giants, full court.
Greeder comes away with the steal. Looking to go through a few Whai, and he does just that. A bit of energy around the Trafalgar Centre. As the Giants make it a 2-point game. A minute to go in the first half. Carr going to work on Fotu. Did well to get rid of the ball just before travelling. Brook, 3-ball, looking to quieten the crowd. They come away with the offensive board to the Bay of Plenty base team. Dylan Brook wide open under the hoop. Misses the bunny. Fotu with the help. The Giants crowd willing them on here as Greeder can't get the finger roll to go. Inwood in there. Brook comes down with it.
And the pace has just picked up in this game. Last minute or so.
Defense.
Bazant, a foul there. Aston Inwood wearing a Bazant shoulder to the chest. Great play from Bazant. Marty Davison just explaining it to Aston Inwood. Rubbing his mouth after that. Good use of the body from Jaden Bazant. He'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2. Bounced around the league a bit, has Jaden Bazant. He's played for the Tall Blacks. Certainly no doubting his talent, and has he found his home at home in Tauranga.
Twice get a free slice, let's make some noise, Nelson.
Oh, and he gives the Nelson crowd free pizza, as you can probably hear.
Yeah, gets a free slice of Soul's Pizza. I will give you details very shortly on how to do that.
10 seconds to go. Kobe Langley glances up at the clock.
Try and slow him down.
Jet Thompson ahead of him. Long 2 from Langley. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Perrott Hunt. That'll do us half-time here in the NZNBL game. And the Giants have worked their way back into this game. They were down by as many as 11. It's a 2-point game at half-time. The Whai leading 40 points to 38. Dan Fotu leading the way with 12 points for the Giants. Cruz Perrott Hunt with 8 for the Whai. And it's Cruz Perrott Hunt we can hear from, who's with Phil Jones.
For you guys in the first half, what did you guys talk about in the locker room to come out so fired up?
Yeah, just being aggressive, I think, coming off of a a loss like that, you know, we want to push back and punch back early. I think it's just at the end of that second quarter we needed to keep it together, but, you know, we'll work on that in the next half.
And for you personally, nice to be back in Nelson playing on Trafalgar Centre floor?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's beautiful down here. Got a lot of people that I remember and know and love, so yeah, it's good to be back.
Great to see you, man. Good luck.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Cruz. There's a bit of plea for the Crusaders. There's out there in the crowd as well. Nelson, very much Crusaders country, of course. We've got a baseball takeover on the court here. We'll be back after the break here on Sky Sport with some Chemist Warehouse stats. 40-38, the Whai lead the Giants.
Champions in the under-16 under-age group as well. And we have 8 players heading to America in the next few months to participate in Babe Ruth and Cal Ripken World Series, and 4 players currently selected for New Zealand age group representation as well. So all this success began as grassroots level, and we are proud to have a strong T-ball and under-12 program operating right here in Nelson, also in Richmond and in Mapua as well.
Nelson Giants. It's all business for them deep in the heart of the Trafalgar Centre. They trail by 2 in a pretty gritty, low-scoring affair. Well, Phil, I should say, that sounds unfair, but it's been a bit of offense. It's come in ebbs and flows, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's been real patches of sort of no buckets, and then all of a sudden the game just takes off and we have a real rush of points. It's been a little bit hectic actually on the court, a little bit like what I'm seeing right now in front of me. We see the stats for the game. Dan Fortu leading the way for the Giants with 12, Bruce Parent-Hunt with 8, Bazant with 8. Really even scoring for the Whai, which is making it hard for the Giants to stop them. Dan Greta picking up rebounds like he does. Phil Carr, big man in the middle for the Whai, 6 rebounds. Alex McNaught Phil Carr again, playing facilitator as well as picking up rebounds. Well, you wouldn't think there'd be any defense going, no blocks whatsoever, but it's been a pretty tough time on the defensive end for both teams. Jaden Bazant, 3 steals.
Well, 8 turnovers a team, Phil. And if you look around the other team stats, 18 rebounds to 15 in favour of the Giants. The Giants just 3 for 10 from beyond the arc for 30%. Meanwhile, the Phi shooting 41%. And from the field, the Phi 55% and the Giants 45%. So pretty even, as a 2-point game would suggest. Phi on the road looking to split their road trip, having lost to the Rams a couple of nights ago. The Giants trying to kickstart their second half of the season after an impressive win on the road against the Saints last week. It is as close as it can be with a half of basketball to go. The Giants against the Phi, second half coming your way live on the Home of Sports Sky Sport after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give it up. Nelson Heath Basketball Club and Tasman Country Baseball Club. Nelson Heath Baseball Club, Tasman Country Baseball Club. The under-12 players from both clubs demonstrating the fun game of wiffle ball. So well done. Give them a round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen. So time to look at our halftime stats, thanks to the official stats crew partner of the NBS Nelson Giants, Data Sentinel. And got to say a big thank you to Souls Authentic New York Pizza, naming partner of the Souls NBL, TJ Gardner, presenting partner. Also Sky Broadband, major partner. Sky Sport, official broadcast and major partner. The Home of Sports. Barter Cards and Coin, naming partner of the Souls NBL referees. Also New Balance, official team apparel and merchandise. Molten, official ball supplier. And R-Line, official rehydration partner of the Souls NBL for 2024.
Joe, with Finn sitting? Have you seen Finn?
Who, sorry?
Finn Delaney. He's normally out there when he's here, but I haven't seen him.
He was. I saw him over there.
He was just yarning over there, I think, though. Unless he's on a table somewhere. Try to get him on the old potty, shouldn't we?
Don't forget to keep an eye
He's in
out
town for a while.
Mike Hero Mortgages and Insurance Photographer.
Trayton's here.
What's that?
Nick Trayton's here. Yeah.
Keep an eye out for the photographer. Jump onto the
That's the group, yeah, that's them. Especially that guy at the top of the picture.
The winning photo, which could be you. And if it is, a $100 Prezi card on yours.
And welcome back to the Trafalgar Centre. Hydration is important as that young lady gets some water into her. As we've got a big second half coming up between the Giants and the Phi. They're in a battle here. I said there were some luminaries in the building tonight, Phil. The great Kenny Stone at the top of your picture. Alongside Tony Strange, Chris Simpson. Some Giants legends in the building.
There sure is. A whole bunch of Giants legends there. And speaking of hydration, I think they've been hydrating themselves for most of the weekend by the sounds of things.
Is that why Kenny's on a Fanta? Can of Fanta. Let's have a look at the mixandpicks.com poll. The Giants, well, were 13 points down at one point. They've clawed their way back into this one on the back of some effort from Grida and Fotu. And they're still leading the poll with a 11 plus 56%, and 1 to 10 victory at 30%.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Coach Mike Fitchett will be much happier with a 2-point deficit rather than a 10 to 12-point deficit, which was looking likely sort of midway through that second quarter. The Whai were really in control of the game. And the Giants managed to change a few things, make a few buckets. The two Dans got going and brought the Giants back into it.
How much will the fouls play a part in this second half, Phil? 3 fouls currently on Theo Akuba for the Giants, Denenbrook for the Whai, and DeMarcus Holland for the Whai. So that could be an important part of the narrative early in this third quarter if any one of those three was to pick up their fourth.
Yeah, I definitely is going to have an impact on both teams. I probably feel like the Whai are going to be the ones that will suffer the most if they lose Denenbrook or DeMarcus Holland for the whole game. As you see, Pete McNay in the Giants hoodie there wrote so many awesome stories about the Giants through his time with Nelson Mail.
A long-time sports reporter and editor for the Nelson Mail.
And Chris Simpson and Mark Graham, two ex-Nelson Giant players from way back.
The Giants will be celebrating a bit of history, Phil, in just a few weeks' time on the 13th of June when they take on their great rivals, the Canterbury Rams. Celebrating 30 years since the first Giants championship in 1994. 90s night, it'll be at the Trafalgar Centre, so we'll be dressed up in Coventry. The Giants team are wearing a jersey that's designed based on the design that they wore in 1994 when a fresh-faced Phil Jones won his first championship.
Very fresh. Second year in the league.
Back underway in the third quarter. For now, the Giants, all they'll care about is winning tonight and consolidating that great road trip when they had against the Saints. Parrott Hunt through a bit of contact. Finishes. Akuba just keeps it in. Good energy builder to start this one for the NBS Nelson Giants. Langley leaves that short. Bazant did a great job. Go under the screen and still get a good hand up on Langley.
Yeah, not a great position there for the Giants on offense. I think Langley he was quite wide open. I think he was a bit surprised at how wide open he was. Well short on the shot.
Is that a good old-fashioned punishment sub we just saw from Mike Fitchett as Kobe Langley takes the seat less than 25 seconds into the third quarter. Timing him out there.
I don't imagine he'll be on the bench for too long.
Well, here's Holland with 3 fouls to his name out there for the fight. Carr stops on a dime. Turnaround jumper doesn't go as Akuba and Brook get tied up.
No, I think
the foul's called on Denenbrook. So one of those two was going to get their fourth foul. Akuba was absolutely sure it wasn't him. So it is Denenbrook who picks up foul number 4.
Akuba was definitely holding his breath here. I think he thought he had the foul. And a tough one for Denenbrook. Probably a no call in that situation.
McNaught finds Fotu Grida. Curling back to McNaught and Kruber. Ball getting through as many hands as it can do for the Giants, and it's Ingham who finally puts the shot up. Can't get it to go. Akuba with the poke to rebound, keeps it alive. Fotu along the baseline, finishes. Stan Fotu.
A lovely finish by Fotu. Oh, up and under. Finish with a reverse.
Holland into the lane. Oh, there's Carr. A nice read, and Fotu turned his back. Phil Carr took full advantage with a two-handed slam. The Whai doing a great job at walling up Phil on the Giants' danger men. Ingham turns the corner, finds Grida. 3 ball going to be too strong from Dan Grida.
Yeah, they are.
They're down with the rebound.
Doing a very good job of just defensively, any penetration that the Giants have to the basket. They're doing a great job of just walling up, making it tough.
Carr going to the Akuba and finishing.
Phil Carr's tough. Tough to put the ball on the floor and get to the basket.
McNaught over to Grida. And heavy traffic as Dan Grida finds McNaught, flies over. Ingham 3 ball from the corner off the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Parrott Hunt. And there's a foul on Tom Ingham.
Very uncharacteristic of Tom Ingham to hit the side of the backboard from the corner. He usually loves a shot from there. Probably wasn't expecting to be in the game so quickly coming into the start of the third quarter.
So Carter Hotboy, who didn't play any part in the first half, is the one who replaces Denham Brook.
And he had a really good showing in the Rapid League game. Again, just a super athlete. Gets out on the open floor, watch out.
Denham Brook was on the floor, Phil, for a good chunk of time with 4 fouls to his name just then. And the Giants didn't really target him, as you'd expect, as Carr goes to work. Can't get it to go. Hotboy straight off the bench, straight into a big-time offensive rebound. And he's earned his team 2 points. Bazant getting the jumper to go.
And that was a poor possession on defense here for the Giants, just not coming up with a defensive rebound. You know, Tom Ingham did a good job boxing out and needs help from his teammates.
Dan Greer, that's tough. Okuba almost with the offensive rebound. There's another foul from Ingham again as DeMarcus Holland.
Dan Fotu and DeMarcus Holland just collided. You see here, Holland just takes off Tom Ingham trying to foul him, and then Dan Fotu, they just collided. Nothing in it.
Bazant inbounds it to Holland. Cruz Barrett Hunt trying to get open, but Norton doing a good job sticking on him. Switches onto Holland. And Holland does a great job blowing by, but no one to pass to. And his Greeter 1-on-3 in the end. And he somehow gets it to go, begging for a foul that doesn't come, and he's going to get a technical foul.
Tough finish.
Just a warning.
Picks up a warning. And I like that. I like that from the coin official. Just saying, right, that's enough. Give him a warning. Damn, Fotu. That was a tough finish. Cruz Barrett Hunt played great defense here. Waldo, like we were talking about earlier, walling up, just making every shot difficult for the Giants.
Defense.
Holland.
Defense.
Trying to get around the car screen. Fotu doing well. Ingham as well, getting a hand in there. Here's Bazant. Right up against his good friend in Tom Ingham. Ingham comes away with the rebound. McNaught settles things down for the Giants, and they survey their options. Fotu, Greeter in position down low. Turnaround jumper, tough one, can't get it to go. Kruber fighting for that rebound. The Hotboy does well, and Carr comes away with it. Here comes Holland, Fly trying to add to their 4-point lead. Barrett Hunt, head fake on the baseline, driving. Kruber with the rebound. Free ball. Greeter in and out. Hotboy another rebound. He's done his job, Carter Hotboy, since coming onto the floor, Phil.
The Giants are getting good looks. Yeah, Hotboy just cleaning up all the defensive boards. I like what I'm seeing from Akuba. He's being active, trying to get rebounds, coming up with tips. He's just not getting a lot of support from his teammates. Alex McNaught with a big old paw.
Just about popped the ball. Maybe you heard that on your TV screens at home. Kobe Langley served his time. He heads back onto the floor. Tom Ingham taking a seat.
This game just teetering on a nice edge right now. 42-46 to the Phi.
The defense there from Alex McNaught. Bazant gets a shot off with time expiring. Tatui Lewis off the bench almost with what would have been a coach-killing steal. And here's Greeter the other way playing with 4. Shrugs off Tatui Lewis. Basket counts. Matt Lacey cannot believe the call.
I will say, wow-wee. That is a continuation and a half right there. You see contact.
That call could have gone either way.
I thought there was a charge coming, just with a little drop of the shoulder, extended forearm maybe. But Dan Greeter comes up with a really big bucket for the Giants. And Tatui Lewis, problem there with Tatui Lewis, just his guarding position. He just didn't have chest to the offensive player. It was all side body.
He went flying. Yeah, he almost ended up on the West Coast.
Greeter's a strong lad. See a bit of pressure here from the Giants.
1 point game, Phil, as Holland looks to make it a 4 point game. That one's too strong. Greta with the rebound on the Giants. Will look to get what would just be their second lead of the night. Since Kobe Langley got the first points of the game. McNaught, 3-ball doesn't go, rebounded by Holland. He has not been afraid to push the pace the entire game. McNaught, great hands, and here comes Langley the other way. It is end-to-end stuff here as Greta goes through a couple of five. He gets the basket to go. He's pumped up as Dan Greta. Timeout from Matt Lacey in the fight. The Giants lead by 1 with 4:29 to go. Here's the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay.
Lovely finish by Greta, and credit that bucket to Alex McNaught, just being disruptive down the defensive end, coming up with tips, steals, and Giants starting that Giants fast break. Nice finish from Greta.
Download the Waitomo Fuel app and get some great savings. Already fairly priced fuel. And the QR code on screen. We'll download the Waitomo app from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store.
Zix has got one more. Last two, where are they going?
Well, this game has burst to life in the mid part of this third quarter, Phil. And this Whai team.
Found another one.
Down to some guys who wouldn't normally be playing this many minutes right now in an NBL game. Carter Hotboy, Tatui Lewis, who's played brilliantly over the last few weeks, so earned those minutes. But bit of foul trouble, an import down, and right in this game with a fully fit Nelson Giants side.
Yeah, this is all about this part of the learning process for them as a group and a team and an organisation coming down here and playing in this type of environment. And they're right in the game, playing a really good style of basketball. Defensively, they're tough, making it difficult for the Giants to score. And good timeout there from Coach Matt Lacey just to calm them down and see what they can run out of this timeout.
Bit of pressure. The Whai do well to beat it. Tatui Lewis spinning, stopping, everything but finishing. Greta up there for the rebound. And the Giants come away with the ball.
And Kluber just being changing shots at the moment, being that shot blocker for the Giants.
And offensive rebound almost just brought it down. It came off the head of DeMarcus Holland. Langley tried to finish over the long arms of Carter Hotboy.
Defense.
Holland looking for Carr and Kruber right in there. Now Carr going to work. The jumper rattles around and drops in.
Soft touch from Carr. Knew there was hardly any time left on the shot clock. A beautiful little spin move.
Fotu hands it off to his flatmate, Alex McNaught. Here's Kobe Langley. Ball on the floor. Greta in the corner. 3-ball. Doesn't go. Carr with the rebound. The Giants now 3 for 15 from beyond the arc, Phil. Kobe Langley hit 2 of those within the first 5 minutes. Foul call on Greta.
I think there was just a little bit of a tangle up there between Greta and Phil Carr, and Carr came off second best. Greta picks up his 3rd foul. So we see Sam Dempster come back into the game for a Kluber. A tough one for Greta. They just kind of got tangled up a little bit, and Phil Carr lost his balance. We see here a little handoff action, on-ball screen. Oh, Dan Fotu just maybe to get the wrong Dan. Dan Fotu just 2 hands in the back on Phil Carr.
Well, I might have to check the notes when that comes through, which Dan that was on. It certainly looked like it was on Dan Fotu from that replay. Parrot Hunt fires it to Boucher. Back to Parrot Hunt. The 3-ball goes as shot clock expires.
Buzzer beater from Parrot Hunt.
That foul, was on Dan Fotu. So his second. Could be better news for Mike Fitchett instead of it being Greta's. Langley waiting for the Dempster screen. Hard show from Boucher. McNaught. Langley elevates through a 3-ball off the front iron. Just can't get him to drop from beyond the arc. The Giants so far. Holland Dempster with a great rebound. Here's Fotu, Carr ahead of him. I should say Greta, and Carr steals the ball.
Ben Greta asking for a foul. What happened?
Parrott Hunt wide open.
Why
They left him open. And he drains the three.
Right now, the Giants are all over the shop, concerned about the officials, the calls. One and done on the offensive end. Fire doing a great job of cleaning up every defensive rebound.
Here's Bruce Parrott Hunt finding DeMarcus Holland. Rising up from the elbow, and he gets it to go, Holland. And just like that, back to a 9-point lead. The fight. McNaught rips through to Tuhu Lewis. Finds Dempster. Greta pulling out from mid-range. Can't get it to go.
Nothing falling for the Giants at the moment.
Carr steps into a three. That goes down.
Coach Fitcher just letting it ride right now.
McNaught running downhill. He gets it to go, and he'll go to the line for one more. At the end of that Philcar three, the Giants looking over at the bench, waiting for a timeout that didn't come. And McNaught says, okay, I'll give myself a chance for the three-point play.
You can kind of understand why Coach Fitcher's not calling a timeout, is with only less than a minute to run on the clock in the third quarter, hoping that the Giants can just limit the damage. The Fire, I don't think they've missed a shot in the last 4 or 5, 6 possessions. Well, the Giants have only just managed to score a bucket in maybe the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game.
You see at the bottom of your screen, 51% field goal percentage to 38 in favour of the Fire. 17% from beyond the arc. The Giants, and they'll look to add to that now probably with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Langley, step back, three ball, doesn't go. Rebounded by Bazant, and here come the Fire. Giants scrambling back. Oh, Dempster. Right in the passing lane, comes up with the steal. 27 seconds to go in this third quarter. Fotu fires it over to Dempster. McNaught wants it, get it back to Dempster, instead does the splits. They do get it back to Dempster. He does get his three ball up. That one doesn't go, rebounded by Lewis. And the Fire will have the last shot of this quarter, and it's Cruz Parrott Hunt from the wing, and it doesn't go. Well, absolute roller coaster of a third quarter, Phil. Frenetic on both ends of the court. The Fire outscored the Giants 19 to just 11 points.
Wow, that's a tough one for the Giants, but credit to the Fire. Their defense was excellent in that quarter. Made it real tough for the Giants to get anything going to the hoop, and just couldn't make a bucket from outside.
1 quarter to go here. It's a 10-point game. The Fire lead the Giants. We'll be back after the break with the fourth.
Shots up. First one through for Lily. One slice. Connor's made his. Peaks is down. Second one through for Lily. Second one through for Connor. Coming up 20 seconds. Lily makes a third. Back for another. Connor's up. 15 seconds to go. There's one more basket. Come on, Connor. 10 seconds. Lily puts another one through. Connor searching. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there it is. Courtesy of GINs. Connor takes another one as well. Well done. Give them a round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen. Lily and Connor. Souls NBL Steel now available at all Souls pizzerias right around New Zealand. Accommodation, of their famous New York pepperoni classic cheese and delicious garlic knots, all laid up in a deal that'll make you dribble.
Fans young and old in the Trafalgar Centre tonight. They've been treated to a attritional affair between the Giants and the Whai so far. Just 10 minutes to go. And just 59-49 on the scoreboard. Received the game MVP poll. Dan Greeder leading the way with 70 points, 70% of the vote, I should say. His team 10 points down. Will he earn that over the next 10 minutes? He's not out there right now. Greeder. Ingham and Dempster make up the Giants 5 out there. Langley with the hesitation fires it over to McNaught. 3 from the corner. The Giants would dearly love one of those to draw. Oh, Dempster working hard for the offensive board.
Sammy D, second possessions for the Giants.
Langley down the lane. Left arm. Gets it to go.
Everything's so tough for the Giants right now. The Whai just doing a great job defensively. It didn't come up with that defensive board, but making everything tough for the Giants.
Hard show from Fotu. Here's Bazant in the corner. Carr working hard down low on Dempster, and he gets it to go. McNaught going around a Dempster screen. Here's Fotu, hands it off to Langley. Giants trying to find anything on offense. As McNaught with the big Euro step gets it to go.
Tough finish from McNaught. Jaden Bazant played some pretty good defense there. Not Jaden, sorry, Jaden Boucher.
Holland, Ingham on him. Dempster with the help. Fires it over to Bazant in the corner. McNaught trying to stay in front of him, does, but Bazant gets it to go anyway. Jaden Bazant is a gamer.
Well, that is his speciality right there. A little pull-up mid-range game.
Langley sees the defender go under the screen, and finally a three-pointer goes for the Nelson Giants. Now 4 for 21.
Defense.
And trims the lead to 7. Holland, someone's left Cruz Parrott Hunt wide open, and Cruz Parrott Hunt does the rest.
Once again, Cruz Parrott Hunt.
Yeah, rotations there for Giants. Someone got lost. Parrott Hunt wide open.
Ingham, catch and shoot for 3. Rattles around, offensive rebound, Sam. Dempster goes up, and he gets it to go.
Asking for the foul. Wanted some contact.
Boucher with Dempster on him. McNaught chasing Bazant the entire game. Basket won't count. There's a foul on Alex McNaught as Dan Greeder checks back into the game. Denham Brook also coming back into the game, Phil, with 4 fouls to his name.
Yeah, not a bad time to bring him back in. 7 minutes to go. 8-point lead for the Whai. Giants just started to make a little bit of an impact on the offensive rebound, so Denham Brook will probably tidy that up for them.
Here's Holland, Greeder on him. 3-ball from Carr doesn't go. Langley goes to get the rebound. Greeder going through Holland. Can't get it to go. And here comes Bazant. Foul. Basket counts. And to the line, Jaden Bazant will go.
Coach Fitchett just had a chat to corner official Corey Hogg about the contact that Dan Greeder got at the other end with no call, and then Jaden Bazant doing a good job. Definitely a foul with his possession. A really nice finish by him, going to the foul line for an extra. Knocks it down. 11-point game.
Present up to 15 points now. As Langley hesitates, finds Fotu. Here's Hayden Jones. Dempster gets Brooke to bite, who doesn't want to get his 5th foul. So Dempster gets the easy 2 at the hoop.
And that's potentially the guy they've got to attack right now on 4 fouls.
Defense.
Holland.
And good job there. Dan Fotu rotating, disrupting that pass.
Dan Fotu takes the seat.
A quick breather for him, I imagine.
The Trafalgar Centre crowd begging for their Giants to go on a run. The fight doing a great job at the defensive end. Oh, here's Greeder looking to scamper along the baseline. Lost the handle, but gets it back again. Holland the other way. Bazant steps into a 3. Rattles around. Dempster with the rebound.
Sam Dempster doing a great job on the boards at the moment for the Giants.
Foul called on Akuba as DeMarcus Holland goes sliding along the floor. 4 foul on Big Theo Akuba.
Tough one for the big fella who's just trying to run down the middle of the floor and just ran straight into Holland. Must be frustrating for a big guy like him to have the guards just running around him and then someone decides to stop straight in front of him. Tough to change direction.
Probably his best game, well, almost certainly his best game in the Giants uniform against the Saints last weekend, Phil. Theo Akuba yet to score tonight. 7 rebounds, 4 fouls, no points. As Denham Brooke looks inside to Cruz Parrott Hunt. Can't get it to go, rebounded by Carr. So the fly go again. Greener diving on it, who's that touch last?
The shot clock there, I think, just went off.
And a timeout called by Mike Fitcher, the Nelson Giants. The FI saying that it hit the rim, and so it should have been a reset shot clock. Either way, it came off DeMarcus Holland.
Don't forget, of course, the NBS Nelson.
Dan Fotu. Dan Greeder, sorry. Get my Dan's mixed up tonight. Dan Greeder on the ground again. Diving after the basketball.
Tuesday nights at 7:30 p.m. The highlight show on Sky Sport. All the action from the Sal's NBL. Condensed games and all the highlights you need on a weekday night in the Sal's NBL. Why not sit and watch it with the last 5 Boroughs pizza on your lap? Maybe not on your lap. You're hot. A little table in front of you. Sal Slam Dunk, the online code, sals.co.nz, or scan the QR code. As Mike Fitcher talks you through with the NBS Nelson Giants. They've got 5 minutes and 10 seconds to overturn a 9-point deficit. Or the FI will head back to Tauranga with an impressive win under their belt. The NextandPick.com poll, Dan Greeder, 50%, leading the way. He's got 18 points, 7 rebounds. Phil Carr and DeMarcus Holland, 20 and 15% between them, respectively, I should say. Carr's got 19 points and 9.
He's been tough for the FI. Cruz Parrott Hunt had a very strong second half.
17 points, 4 rebounds for the former Giant, Cruz. And DeMarcus Holland, how about the 10, 6 and 5? Putting together a nice stat line. Could see that poll change in the next few minutes. 5 minutes to go in this one. The fight looking for an upset win. Dempster has 2 of them closing out on him. He's fouled by Jet Thompson.
Sammy D shied away from the contact. Should have gone up through the defender and get himself off to the foul line.
Well, you've got to credit Matt Lacey, Phil. The Giants' danger men finding it hard, aren't they, out there?
They sure are.
Reeder's got some points, but they've been hard to come by. Dempster, 3 ball, doesn't go. Rebounded by Parrott Hunt.
And that's what they've done very well in the second half, is rebound the basketball. Not allowing the Giants anything, any second opportunities.
Holland. Langley's just chased him about 3 loops around the court, and then he gets the steal. Fotu getting ready to check back into the game, as is Jaden Bazan. Another couple of former teammates for the Franklin Bulls as Greeder turns the corner. Straight at Denham-Brook, can't get the finish to go. Who comes down with that one? Cruz Parrott-Hunt.
Nothing falling for the Giants tonight. Dan Greeder's had about 4 or 5 of those looks. Just can't get them to roll in.
Carr thought about the 3, instead sizes up Sam Dempster. And they look to go to work. Phil Carr through the legs about 8 times. Oh, great hesitation. Greeder gets up in the air. Carr finishes. $11-point lead. Time running out for the Giants in this one. 5's game to lose. Langley to Greeder. Back to Langley. 3 ball. They needed that one to go, and it doesn't. And Holland has the ball for the fight.
Defense. Defense. Defense.
Fires it over to Denham-Brook. His 3 ball does go. Denham-Brook from the wing. Timeout for the Giants. The 5 bench are up. They're loving it.
Biggest lead of the game, I think, isn't it, for the 5? 14 points. Denham-Brook can shoot it, and he didn't knock any down at the start of the game, but he is a guy that can knock it down. And the 5 just consolidating their lead and pushing it out to 14. Tough for the Giants now. 3 minutes 16 to go. They're going to have to turn up the pressure on the defensive end. They'll need to get guys up and in.
$14-point lead for the fight. Shooting 53% from the field, Phil. 45% from beyond the arc. The Giants just 16%, 4 for 24. Left to shoot and shoes at home, 38% from the field.
Sonata's coming Thursday, but the following. Tickets available right now. Click it.
14 turnovers for the Fight, 10 for the Giants, but 15 points from turnovers for the Fight and just 6 from the Giants. So scramble defence from the Fight has been exceptional. As McNaught finds Fotu. Looks to go to work. And again, nothing easy for the Giants. As it doesn't go, Carr comes up with the ball.
Yep, that's the key. Nothing easy. Alex McNaught comes up with a steal.
And he can't get it to go. Parrott-Hunt fires it over to Marcus Holland, and that one a foul from McNaught.
Oh, Alex McNaught there, just copping one in the chops, I think, as he reached.
Fotu called for the foul as they're trying to force the steal now, the Giants. Carr wearing that one from Fotu. That's his 3rd foul for Dan Fotu.
Giants in the bonus, so now every foul is shooting fouls for the 5, which makes it even tougher for the Giants. And something the 5 have done really well is they've only got 1 team foul this quarter. And they've played some pretty solid defense.
In the other Giants losses we've seen, Phil, not to say this game's over yet, although 16-point lead, 2:40 to go. As Dempster puts up a 3 ball from out in front, off the back iron, offensive rebound by Fotu. Back to McNaught. Dusty pass from McNaught off the hands of Denham-Brook. In the previous Giants losses we've seen this season, often the score's blown out to well over 100, sometimes 115 for the opposition team. So far, the Fight just at 76, but in control. As it's been the Giants' offense that hasn't fired tonight.
No, it hasn't. And they talked about focusing on defense all week. Obviously, they haven't been focusing on much offense. They just can't get anything to go in.
And that's credit to the Fire's defenses. McNaught.
Dan Greeter
get the floater to go. Greeter tidies up the mess. Bazant brings it up. Carr back to Bazant. Hard show. Short roll from Carr, and he finds a wide open Holland for three. Doesn't go, but they get the offensive rebound again to the fight. Phil Carr. Five on the shot clock for Jaden Bazant. Finds Holland. In the corner is Denon Brook. Puts it on the floor. Step back three from the corner. A little strong, and again Phil Carr with the offensive rebound. Rebound number 12 for Carr to go with his 23 points.
That's a tough one for the Giants. Two big possessions on defense. Can't come up with the rebound to finish it off.
And there's the steal. Eventually, they do get the ball in their hands as Greeter brings it up. Hesitates, drives, finishes. As we have a timeout from the fight, Matt Lacey wants to talk it over. Minute 18 to go, 12-point lead, Phil. What's the message going to be from Coach Lacey?
Well, right now there's going to be a lot of pressure from the Giants because the Giants have no choice. They've got to get up and in, and he'll be talking about making sure they look after the basketball and also get the ball into their scorer's hands. So anyone that goes to the free throw line, get up there, knock them down. I'll be looking to get the ball to both Cruz and Cruz Perahunt and Jaden Bazant in particular. Those guys will be the closers for this group. Phil Carr doing a really good job being disruptive on the offensive rebounds. I think a minute 18, I don't want to call it too early, but it's looking pretty tough for the Giants right now.
The Flyer fan promotion, you could be heading away with the NBS Nelson Giants on the ropes. And keep an eye out for the Mike Perro Mortgages and Insurance photographer giving away a $100 Prezi card. Will be a fan of the week. Just keep an eye on the Mike Perro Mortgages Nelson Tasman Facebook page.
The GIant trying to keep morale up. As we see the Mixon Pet Toll, Greeter still leading the way. Well, Five fans, should they hold on for this win, we'll be looking forward to welcome them home in just 4 days' time when they take on the Canterbury Rams. That's a matchup this Five team will be frothing for, given what happened a couple of nights ago. Here's Holland. Langley all over him. Finds Bazant in the corner. The closeout from McNaught doesn't bother Jaden Bazant at all.
There's that man again, Jaden Bazant. Loves a big moment, big bucket.
18 points. Fotu looking to fire that with three of his own. He gets it to go. About time, he'll be thinking.
I think it's one of the first times that Dan Fotu's actually looked at the basket and let it go, and Sam D comes up with a steal.
Three. Doesn't go. Rebound by Greeter. So a quick 5 points from the Giants. Here comes Bazant to Brook, and the Fire look to slow it down. The Giants chasing them around everywhere. There's Greeter. Drops a foul.
Phil Carr, I think, caught one on his elbow there on the funny bone, not finding it that funny.
A tough road trip for the NBS Nelson Giants next weekend, Phil.
Yeah, made even tougher by tonight's result, I would imagine.
Well, they head up to Tamaki Makaurau, taking on the Auckland Tuatara and the Franklin Bulls. This year, you'd say probably the toughest double to go around in the league.
The two teams playing very well.
We've got a win against the Tuatara down here in Nelson earlier in the season.
With the 5 missing 2 shots.
Lost by 1 to the Bulls here as well.
Everyone here gets a free slice of souls.
There's a deep 3 from Greta, doesn't go. Another offensive rebound by Fotu, and that sums up the night as he comes down with the ball, and Bazant just bumps it out of his hand.
You can order online, Souls Pizza, either Nelson or Richmond, and use that keyword.
Cruz Hunt standing there. I'm saying shoot that. Every point counts.
And pick it up. So Richmond slice is the keyword.
Oh, the officials having a bit of a chat. They called something. Didn't even see it.
The whistle wasn't super loud, but I think there was a foul there on Greta.
The Giants will have a quick 5-minute walk down following the game tonight. After that, you're most welcome to join them on the course.
Marty Davison, all smiles, as he always is. I'll tell you what, Phil, it's flat in the arena, but all credit to Matt Lacey and the fight. He's done a great job, especially at the defensive end in this one. And this is not an easy place to come and win. And they've done so brilliantly. As Cruz Hunt said at halftime, they wanted to prove something after going down to the Rams a couple of nights ago, and they've done just that with this win.
Yeah, a very good win by them. They'll be happy, coming down this way, and splitting a game between the Giants and the Rams is not a bad effort. They've got another import to come into for them as well for the latter part of the season, which is going to make them pretty tough. If they keep playing with this confidence and also with this effort on defense, holding the Giants to, at the moment, under 70 points, that's a pretty big ask for a lot of teams. Reasonably talented offensive team. They've done a really good job tonight. And Cruz Hunt makes both free throws.
Technical foul must have been the call.
I think it was unsportsmanlike.
The Giants averaging 90 points a game, Phil. So 20 short as Fotu gets the steal, and they'll throw it down with one hand, will he? Basket does count. And full time here, and the fight, of course, a shock. As we see the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Fotu has the last say. The fight will go back to Tauranga with big smiles on their faces. And as that happens, the basket has been ruled out. 83-0 the score on your screen. Not the result, 83-69 the final result. As the teams shake hands, and what a win for the Tauranga Whai. Off the back of a heavy loss to the Rams. They've come up to the top of the South and shocked this Nelson Giants side that were coming off a big win up in the capital. Jen Greta wins the MVP on the mixandpick.com poll. There might be a couple of Whai players who might feel a little bit put out by them. One of them might be Jaden Bazant, who's with Phil Jones. Little microphone mishap there that we'll just quickly correct, and back to Phil.
What was said in the locker room at half time? You guys came out, played a heck of a second half.
Yeah, it was kind of back and forth in the first half, so we just said we have to, it's now or never. We had a tough loss the other night, so just keeping our foot on the gas and continue to try and string stops together when offense will do itself.
Tell me, last three-pointer you hit in the corner down here. What do you have to say to the fans?
Oh, he said one of the fans called out brick. So after I made it, I said, yeah, that was a brick.
It was nothing but net.
Yeah.
Hey, well done, congratulations.
Can I have a quick shout out?
Yeah, man.
Quick shout out to my Nana Nora. I love you heaps.
Well, that's nice, Jaden. That's nice, Jaden Bazant and the fight. Very happy with their night's work, as well they should be. An 83-69 victory as we look at the Chemist Warehouse stats, and Phil rejoins me in commentary. Phil Carr, 25 points. Cruz Hunt back on the floor he once used to play for the Giants with 19, and Jaden Bazant with 18. Carr with a big double-double, 25 and 12. You see the assists, 7 from DeMarcus Holland.
Yeah, he had a great game, Holland. Did a lot of everything. No blocks. It's really unusual to have a game with no blocks. You see a lot of steals later on in the game. There's a few turnovers from the Fire. The Giants just couldn't convert enough. But,
it looked like, Phil, midway through that third quarter, that the Giants, when they took that lead, or early in the third quarter, took that lead, thought they might be turning the tide. But credit to the fight, sticking with it and getting a very impressive win on the road. And they'll look to back that up as they take on the reigning champs, the Canterbury Rams, Thursday at 6:30 p.m. The day after round 9 starts, when the Airs on Wednesday night take on the Hawks. And the Tuatara welcome this Nelson Giant side. He'll go up there like a wounded bull and try and take on the star-studded Tuatara Event Finder Stadium in Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. That one Friday, 6:30 p.m. Well, win or lose, the fans love their teams around the Souths NBL. And we appreciate your time here on a Sunday night. Enjoy your week from Hugh Bain and Phil Jones and the Sky Sport crew. We'll do it all again next time.